Hello everyone and welcome to Knife Review 3000. Today we've got the Leatherman Curl. It's Leatherman's newest multi-tool. Comes in at about 80 bucks, and for that you get a 6.3 or 6.4 ounce tool with a 2 and 7/8 inch blade. They've stepped up the blade a little bit, still kind of thin, but definitely larger, longer and thicker than previous tools, like the Bond, the Sidekick, things like that. So that's nice to see. For that extra money, you get a little bit better knife. It is locking. Very stiff out of the box. I've been working on it for a while now. Just didn't do anything too crazy. Just put some Tough Glide in there and then just moved it around a lot, and it's become a good bit easier to open. Still pretty stiff, but at least I can get it open now. When it was new, it was almost impossible to get open, just with your thumb, or one-handed I should say. So I've got that on that side, and then on this side you've got a locking file with a couple of different textures on there, and then some on the edge, which is nice. It's nice when they include the edge for finer detail work. So that's what's on the outside. Deep carry, somewhat deep carry pocket clip. As far as Leathermans go, it's deep carry. And then inside you've got non-spring loaded needle nose pliers and wire cutters. Pretty standard for them. Non-replaceable wire cutters, no springs or anything. But and then on this side you have your replaceable bit driver, which actually works pretty well. Leatherman does sell a kit of 24 or so bits that will fit in there, and they fit in fairly well. Can do the old test here through the camera, but it doesn't come out. Even if I put some torque on it and try to get it to stick, it won't stick. It is some of that is a fairly small Phillips head on there, so it's not less likely to stick in screws. But other than that, though, it's in there fairly well. I don't think it'll come out even if it was a little bit larger. And then on the other side you've got your flathead. So that's one big difference between this one and some of the less expensive Leathermans. Like I said, the Rev and the Sidekick and the Bond, and definitely do not have that. And then also on this side, I can get it out, is a can opener. It's pretty standard there with a little wire stripper groove there. And then on this side, you've got some scissors, which also are not standard on the less expensive models. They actually work fairly well. Nice spring to them, so that's nice. Not locking. The only thing locking on here is going to be those two outside tools. You've got an awl with a threader. There you've got a fairly large flathead screwdriver, and that is it. So one thing they did that's kind of weird is they put the ruler on the inside. So you've got inches on one side, centimeters on the other, but it's on the inside. So, which is different than like the Bond has it on the outside. Let's see, my Super Tools got it on the outside. and the super tool will open up like that, and then you've got a longer ruler there in centimeters and inches. Of course, that is higher price point, but still, it's a little odd to have it on the inside like that. In their literature, they say it's a 7-inch ruler, which I guess if it didn't convert to centimeters after 4 inches, but you know, who am I to judge? Other than that, it's actually fairly comfortable. A lot of these edges are rolled, so you're not going to get any hot spots because of a bare edge. You know, it's not spring loaded, so you'll have to do this kind of thing, but that kind of comes with the territory. I think there is the Sidekick or the Rev has spring loaded pliers, but that's kind of an anomaly. So yeah, it's fairly basic, but you get things in it that you don't get with a lot of the other ones, like the scissors, the replaceable bit driver, and the larger knife, I guess, would be the other thing. Size wise, it's very similar to the Bond. You got a little bit sticking out because of the blade, and then it's a little bit thicker. Let's see, just a tad thicker than that, than the Bond. Put them out here. The Rev does have the opening knife, but it is a good bit thinner and shorter. And everything else is available on the inside. So very similar to the Rev. Price wise, it's about $20 difference. I think the Rev's about $59, Bond's about $50. And then, like Sidekick, you do have the two tools. You got a saw and a knife, which is definitely a deal. Let's see. I don't want to. The Rev is 34. The Sidekick is 59. So $35. Hell of a deal. And then 59 for the Sidekick. So yeah, that's the Curl. There's not a whole lot of issues with any of the tools not locking, other than obviously that they don't lock. They do have a very good, very strong detent. Clicks in there very nicely, and then when it's closed, it's one of the strongest ones I've seen from Leatherman, as far as having it. Yeah, you gotta put a good bit of pressure on there to close that. So you know, the other part would be the bit driver, and it's the same deal. It's very stiff. If you have this closed, as you should if you're using this, the chances of it breaking free are pretty slim. You'd have to be doing something with it that it's not really made to do, obviously. But yeah, it takes quite a bit to get that. So definitely not heavy duty stuff, but can handle light and medium duty stuff all day long. So yeah, that's the Curl. If you have any questions about that, let me know. We just hit 300 subscribers, so that's cool. Keep them coming. Really helps me out if we can get our subscribers up. And yeah, y'all have a good day. Thanks.